If you operate by the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lusts of the flesh. You won't. You won't fall into sin. You won't lust. You won't hate people. You won't do any of those things. So all of those things still in our life is the proof that we're still under the law. And you know what? And you know what? God's not upset about that. There's mercy for every time you stumble. The point is, recognize that something was born of the flesh. The flesh profits nothing. No, I'm a good Christian. No, I meant well. I don't care. And neither does God. He just say, respond to the truth. I'm giving you the ability to be different on a scale you cannot even imagine. But everybody's faltering and living in the mud, barely getting, making it from Sunday to Sunday. And I'm hoping the blood of Jesus is going to be enough for me this Sunday because I had a particularly bad week. And the blood of Jesus will always be enough. But God's hope is that you're going to discover the nuclear source of life that He's given you. That's what He wants you to discover. He's saying, listen, if you only knew what I put inside of you. Like if He could sit down and talk to you, say, you sinned last week and that's terrible and I forgive you. But do you know you didn't have to? Do you know that you have power that could blow that sin out of the water? Do you know that I've put inside of you the very source of what drives me? My spirit joined with your spirit is inside of you. Look at your life and ask yourself, am I letting it out? Because the last generation that really magnifies and glorifies His name lets it out. See, and this is the issue. To glorify God is to use the stuff He gave to do what He told us to do. What pride is to use my stuff to do the things He told me to do. Because why? Our bent is, I want to distinguish myself. I want people to look at me and go, whoa. That guy's really, fill in the adjective. That's our impulse. That's what's happening at the root of our being. That's what God's trying to shift. And we're going to get to it, but there's a real reason that happens. There's a real reason that's what's flowing from our lives. And God is saying, come on, guys, you can do this. There's a revelation. That's why Paul always prayed. You know what he prayed? He said, man, if I'm praying for the spirit of revelation to open your eyes that you could see the power already at work inside of you. That's his prayer for all the new believers. If only you could see what's inside of you, you'll stop doing it yourself. But your default is to do it yourself. And then somebody comes along and says there's still a standard and say, I'll try harder. No, don't try harder. Well, yes, try harder. Only to discover that you can't. Right? Because if you're in that category of, if you think that trying harder is the answer, keep trying harder. Because eventually, and the words literally are in one of the songs, you're going to come to the end of yourself. You're going to realize, I can't do this. But it's so hard because every time I can't do this, I feel like a loser. So, very end of this verse, he says, for you were bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Glorify God in your body. Glorify God in your spirit. Both of them are purchased and owned by God.